This tutorial will be for a little bit more advanced people who are interested in more depth understanding of PHP-MyAdmin and MySQL. In previous video, as you remember, we downloaded the database or we exported the database using a graphical user interface which is PHP-MyAdmin. However, MySQL itself, it's a software, it's a database software, and PHP-MyAdmin is just another software which is created a graphical user interface for users who doesn't know coding to easily be able to interact with MySQL database. But in this video I'm going to show you how you can access a MySQL database, how you can see your databases, and how you can download the database by using a command line. And first, as you remember, I will open my downloads directory. As you remember, in previous video we downloaded this database, so I will delete this database from here, from my downloads, as we will be downloading again the same database. As you remember, site1_db, but in this scenario we will be using command line. And to use a command line, let's open it up. In search, type in cmd and hit enter, and this will open a command line. And first thing, we first need to connect to MariaDB, and from here to connect to MariaDB, once you are in your folder, remember that I am in my users and my directory is Marty, as my username is Marty, and my downloads would be /downloads. That's where we will be downloading this database, site1_db. But first, like I mentioned, let's have a look what databases we have by using a command line. And to do that, first we need to connect to MariaDB. And to do that, we type in a command cd space, cd stands for change directory, then c. For C drive, we access a C drive /. As you remember previously, where we were downloading all our XAMPP environment, this is where we downloaded it into C, column and /. And then type in XAMPP, because that's the main directory which we downloaded. And in this XAMPP directory, then /, we also have a folder which is called MySQL, where is all files for these MySQL databases. And then / and bin, and hit enter. And next step, once we are here in the XAMPP MySQL, we are in MySQL databases. I will actually demonstrate you this in the graphical user interface so you understand where we have navigated currently. So go into Windows C, click into your XAMPP directory. As you remembered, here in this XAMPP directory there is everything what is to do with XAMPP and all these different softwares which we have downloaded. And here you will see this folder MySQL. If you click into the MySQL, here you will see this folder bin, and this is where we have navigated to this particular folder. And what we need to do, I will actually go back into downloads as we will be downloading a database. But main thing, I just want you to understand that we have navigated to XAMPP and MySQL directory and we entered the bin. And now we need to log in into the MySQL or MariaDB. And to do that, we type in a command MySQL, then space -u. This stands for user, then space, root, as we are the root user, and root user is always the main user. As we didn't change or didn't add any user, specific user, we didn't specify any specific user for this MySQL, we are using the main root user, where we are specifying this root user, and then we specifying our username, which is root, and then space and -p, which stands for password, where we would also need to specify a password somewhere here, but we don't have any password, so we hit simply enter. And it will prompt us to enter the password. As we don't have any password, we didn't create any password for this root user, we simply hit enter again. And now, as you can see, we are connected to MariaDB. And to see all databases, all the same databases what we have here displayed on PHP-MyAdmin, we type a following command. I will use capital letters. As in SQL language, we usually use all commands in capital letters. So I will type in show space and databases, and semicolon. Always you have to add also semicolon, as these are rules of SQL language, and hit enter. And as you can see here, I can see all the same databases what we have here on PHP-MyAdmin. I have information schema, MySQL, performance schema, and PHP-MyAdmin. These are all default databases which are already in this particular PHP-MyAdmin. But here is also these two databases which we have created. We have created this site1_db, and we have created this test database, or actually test database I created myself. I didn't show it in these tutorials or in this course. So what we will be doing, we will download site1_db database by using a command line. And to do that, first thing what we need to do is we need to exit this MariaDB, and to do that also in capital letters type in exit, then semicolon, and hit enter. And now we have exited back into this bin, and next what we need to type in to download the database, we type in a command mysql dump space -u for user, then we type in our username which is root, then -p. For password, as we don't have any password, I will leave blank, and then we specify a database name which is site1_db. This is a database which we want to download. As you can see, this is the database which we want to download, and then we need to specify where we want to download this database. And then to specify where you want to download it on your file system, we add space, I will add the triangle bracket, another space, and then in semicolons we specify the full path, which is c:\users /Marty, as I want to download it in my downloads, and Marty is my username, then \downloads, and then \, and this database name. We are specifying the file name how we want it to be downloaded. So site1_db and .sql, as we want it to be an SQL file. Actually, I will make it a little bigger so you can see fully this command. And after this SQL, we also need to close this semicolon and hit enter. And here it will prompt for password. As we don't have any password, we hit enter, and this file will be downloaded into our downloads. And to check this, let's open our downloads, let's refresh this page, and as you can see, we downloaded this site1_db.sql, all this database, which is site1_db, by using also a command prompt.